7:18 this morning, one man is proving that determination can go the distance. After pedaling more than 7,000 miles across the country, Gregory Masson is back home today. But this journey was about much more than just the miles. He set out to raise awareness and research funding for peripheral neuropathy, a condition that affects millions of Americans. Gregory Masson joins us live this morning now to talk about this incredible ride and the mission that kept him going. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, good morning. So great to be with you from this beautiful Lake Neatwood.
I want to say welcome back home. More than 7,000 miles over 5 months is an incredible accomplishment. What does it feel like to finally be back in Maryland?
Oh, it's incredible. When I arrived last night, I saw the Potomac River, and it's so incredibly green here. I've been in the desert for so many months, and it's just incredible, the beautiful nature in our area.
Yeah, and I know this wasn't just an adventure. This was deeply personal for you. Can you talk about your diagnosis and why you felt so compelled to take on this challenge?
Yeah, when I was living in South Africa on behalf of the US government, I ran into a nest of larvae, tick larvae, and that made me very, very ill. And I tried to be diagnosed, and no one could actually figure out what was happening to me. So after a long journey, more than 2 years of being misdiagnosed, and some physicians even saying that it was a mental condition, I came back to the United States and came under the care of Johns Hopkins. And when I reached out to my neurologist, Dr. Hoke, by email, we got a response within an hour. And he said, "I know what you have, we see it all the time." And I could not believe it. So he diagnosed me, looking at the files that we sent to him, and within a month we had all the testing done, and he was right. He diagnosed me, and that was the start of my recovery process. And for me, it's so important that other patients don't go through the same situation I had to go through. So that's why we have this new campaign. It's an awareness and education campaign for neurologists, for patients, to know what peripheral neuropathy is. As you said, it's affecting so many people. I believe more than 30 million people alone in America are affected by this condition. We need to find cures, we need to find ways to deal with it, we need money for funding, and that's why I went across America for 4 months and 3 weeks and recycled 7,460 miles, we just learned.
That is incredible. Along the way, you stopped to host educational events. You met with patients, doctors. Talk about what some of those conversations were like and what stories have stayed with you.
Well, when I met the researchers, many of the partners of Johns Hopkins, it was so incredibly interesting to talk to them, because they are sitting in the lab and they're doing all this fundamental research, but then I told them the stories of patients and how they are benefiting from their research. And it was really fascinating to see how we could connect the researchers with the patients. Yeah, when I was talking to the many patient groups, the recognition that we have a leading institution like Johns Hopkins spending time and efforts educating the public is so incredibly well received. When it comes to funding, I'm very happy to share that the fundraiser continues, but I was just informed that we have passed the $200,000 mark.
That is incredible. Congratulations to you. Before we let you go quickly, what is next after this journey to make sure that people are getting the answers and don't have to go through the same scenario that you did?
This is part of a 5-year strategic digital program, awareness program. So we have produced a documentary with the great title, "Only Lazy Americans E-Bike," and it's available in the film festival circuit. And anyone who wants to see that film can contact Johns Hopkins as well. We'll have many activities with patient groups going forward, and we may produce a documentary about fundamental research and the impact it has on the well-being of so many people who have peripheral neuropathy.
Gregory Masson, congratulations on a very successful mission, and thanks so much for your time this morning.